Hello. Happy 4th of July. -2. -1. No, 2. 2 months till 4th of July. Anyway, hi. Welcome back to another week. We've got the fun stuff. Well, I thought the last stuff was fun too. But we've got phobias and OCD and amnesia and multiple personalities coming up. So the next section is going to be pretty fun. And then after that, we close with schizophrenia. And after this lecture, I will open up the videos, even though not all of them will be covered. You're going to see some stuff on OCD. You're going to see some stuff on, I think, dissociative and then schizophrenia. But I'll try to release those, some of them this week, some of them next. But I think, I don't know if I've got to look up if I've got to give you I may give you something on OCD, like a little writing or something like that. But phobia today will be very quick. There's not that much, honestly. I'm sure you think about lots of you or somebody else. Oh, I'm a phobic. No, you're not. No, you're very, very likely not. It's very, very rare to have a true phobia by the actual definition. You may have a fear of something. You may freak out or whatever. But like I said, it's not that common because it really can be debilitating to someone, like the actual phobia. So anyway, let me give you the definition and we'll talk a little bit. And then on the readings link, I'd look at this if I were you, if you like this stuff at all. There's a list of, so many, all the different main not just main, but all these, fear of pencil erasers or whatever kind of ridiculousness. The number one phobia, by the way, fear of public speaking, which is a phobia I do not have, strangely. So here's our definition. Let me turn my light off here. Sorry about that. I think you can see this. Hopefully, I'll hold still for a minute. Okay, phobic disorder, the persistent fear where there is no actual danger, or the threat is way out of proportion to any actual threat. So if you think about something like you have a fear of snakes, herpophobia I think it's called, and you see a snake in a zoo behind glass, you can't look at it. You can't even go in that room. You can't even, you see in the word snake, there's snakes at the zoo, there's a new exhibit, and you can't even go in. Versus you going in looking at like, oh God, that's so gross. And you kind of look at it and kind of reach out. But nothing's going to happen. If it's bad enough, I mean, in theory, you couldn't even watch movies with snakes or cartoon, like kid books. S is for snake. And again, very few people have that. As far as like the public speaking, like I mentioned earlier, I'm sure most of you don't love it when you have to do a presentation and you get kind of sweaty and all that kind of stuff. But you don't just like fall over or cease to function. And again, that's kind of what a true phobic would feel like. Okay. And as far as treatment, just really, really quickly, basically kind of two theories there. One is what's called desensitization, where if you had a fear of snakes, hey, let's look at some cartoon snakes, and then the next day or week you look at pictures of real snakes, and then maybe you look at a cartoon snake movie, and then you look at a real snake moving on video or something, and you get, see it behind glass, and then maybe you get to the point where you can actually be in the same room with one. But don't think of phobia as being treated and like, oh, now I'm just going to become, I'm going to have fun with snakes. You probably never get that point. The other type is what's called immersion theory, where you just, you're afraid of spiders, let's throw you in a big vat of them, of non-poisonous spiders. Or you got fear of the water, we throw you in the pool, and you get over it, and you realize it wasn't as bad as you might have thought, which, I don't know. You may have a parent like that that does something like that. My dad threw me in the lake once when I was little because I was barely learning to swim, and then that kind of set me back. But, different theories. So That's phobias. That's it. And the next one I'll have OCD. It's a bit more involved. All different types, and like I said, some video. So, all right. Have a good evening.